things I mean, you're exemplifying the use of technology here by we're on live streaming on the internet. Something that I've been doing for about 4 years.
Well, we just took a call from Connecticut and Winnipeg, right?
Yep, perfect. Last 4 years, I've been doing web presentations with clients, where clients call me up, and right now we're running a little utility where I put the webcam up, and I've had a half a dozen clients in the last couple of months turn their webcams on.
See you, see me.
See you, see me. But what I do is take the application right in front of them, right online. They don't have to come to my office. It's green from that perspective. No one's spending that. It's safe from the swine flu perspective because you're not having to go meet someone else. And they don't have to get their house ready. And usually we can grab one guy this afternoon for an hour while he was at work, another person the other night, 8 o'clock till 9 o'clock. Their kids are in bed. My kids are in bed.
So somebody can order a mortgage from you from their living room in Kamloops.
Yep, they can have their buddies.
It's face-to-face.
It's face-to-face. I mean, if they want to turn their webcam on, if they have one, great. But what's better about that is we can sit down, as I did with one of my other clients, and say, yes, you want to put 20% down to avoid a default insurance premium. Any mortgage that is more than 80% of the value of the property requires a default insurance premium on it, unless it's coming from mom or dad. But if it's coming from a major financial institution, investor capital, the Banking Act says that must be default insured. So in this case, I said, no, you've got to, basically I showed them carefully. I walked them through 10% down, pay off this, pay off this, pay off this, and I showed them their debt service ratios. And I said, you need to be below this level here for your housing cost and this for your total cost. Otherwise, you're going to be cash crunched. Your spouse right now who's on EI, we factored that income in, although she's not on the mortgage. We said, okay, what are you going to be making? And I said, okay, you've got a window of opportunity to sell a couple of assets here and get your cash flow in line so we can make this work. But it's all live. It's all there right on the screen. A little time lag, 1,000, 1,000 before it refreshes their screen. But you know what? Now stuff that I can do in my head intuitively, and I can work numbers out or quickly on a calculator on the back of a napkin, essentially, I can show people that don't swim in this pond. That's like I always marvel at you. It's like, well, it's as you said, referenced a tax document. It's like, it amazes me. But you know what? That's your pond. In my pond, I know, okay, this lender had this criteria. But you know what? Lending criteria changes faster than tax criteria. So a bulletin that comes out, and I saw a little snippet of it, and I have to go back now and say, oh, can I send that deal to that lender that I could have sent a month ago? Because, you know, you can only send so many deals at that, and I have about, out of 50 to 100 lenders, there's about 12 core lenders that I use on a daily basis. So I will access or review my inbound emails for my rates. On a daily basis, I get probably 20 rate emails. I get 100 to 200 information updates just on rates and product on a monthly basis. And it's different, you know, you skim through and you look for stuff. So just to let people know that, you know, from a technology standpoint, we try and do things at our office. I've got dual broadband pipes, so that if Shaw fails, I've still got Radiant in the background there.
Well, what's Radiant? I haven't even heard of Radiant.
Radiant?
We have TELUS.
Reseller of Shaw, actually.
Oh, is it?
Reseller of Shaw. It's provisioned on a telephone line where Shaw comes in on a cable. So if someone basically hits one of unless they hit the line carrying both of them, it allows me, and Shaw's gone down. And
well, I have TELUS and Shaw, so.
Yeah, we got redundancy. But anyways, just so that people know that it's
sometimes
easy.
TELUS even works.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, the lady that got me to sign up for TELUS told me it was, I mean, she just lied. She didn't understand. I mean, I say it absurdly. The thing, I mean, I'm not a stupid person.
Nope.
And I'm checking off what I was getting, and I didn't get what I was supposed to be getting. But I've kept it because it's redundancy, right?
Yeah, it's redundant. And you know what? For us, it saved us on a number of occasions because we need to communicate. I have to communicate. The lending platform that we use is housed in a server in Toronto. I have to have an internet connection. So if we lose one of our internet connections within about a minute or two, we can be provisioned and basically stay working.
Yep.
The only thing I can't do right now is, do you have a backup generator?
I have a 5 kilowatt backup generator, a 1 kilowatt backup generator, and I have 4 backup
UPS
batteries, UPSs, well, 5 UPSs and a big backup Canadian Tire jumper battery, and a couple of others that will provide a major amount of 800.
That's my next acquisition.
You know what I do? I have an inverter that I stick on my wife's car.
Yeah. Well, that's I've got
1,000 watts off their car. It just sits out there and idles.
Yeah.
You know what? That's a great idea. I'm going to write it in.
We've got a couple of inverters as well that we have from the motorhome and stuff, so we can just about always keep on going.
That's a great idea.
No, there's lots of methods of keeping yourself going.
Yep.
If you have to be able to go. And Richard, of course, is a good example of somebody that has to go.
Yep. Well,
here's another one. Did you know that you can actually get a broadband router that you can put 2 links into?
2 links?
2 outside links into one router,
and it will share them on the outbound. And if one of them goes down, all your stuff goes out the one.
Why haven't we done that with?
You don't have to re-provision.
Why haven't we done that with our two?
You can
just haven't done it.
Yeah, I've got one you can test out. We were having some VPN connection issues with that. So because I VPN into my office, and there are some technical issues. We logged probably about 10 to 15 hours of tech time before we came up with a 0 on that. It just wasn't worth it. So, but I mean, you guys aren't VPNing into here. So you can use that, test it out.
Yeah.
It was great for a while till we wanted to do something else where I could, because I don't take any data out of the office. It all sits warehouse firewalled in the office. So but it's something where most of my compadres don't do, and aren't using that webcam or using those utilities.
Well, I didn't know that you were doing it.
Oh.
But again, Richard, when we had the daily television show in 2001, with both Dowcall and Shaw, that was still Shaw. It was Shaw then already, wasn't it? Was it still Rogers?
Yeah. Oh, no.
No, it was Shaw. Shaw.
Yeah.
We actually set up, so far as we know, the very first full-screen television interview on an active television program. Nobody does it today anymore. We did it in 2001. And Paul Block, who used to be the producer of the Johnny Carson show and then was a producer of Alan Thicke and so on, lived in this house when he was doing that show when he was up in Vancouver. And then he went to work for Paul Allen, in San Francisco for, what was it called? It was the fancy internet, the fancy Tech TV. Yeah, Tech TV. It was Tech TV. Yeah. And in San Francisco was their producer. And he phones me, I still hear from him once every 2 months or so. Hi, Paul. And he phones me and tells me how he's hired this guy, Chris Perillo. And he says, he was the first guy ever to be interviewed on a full-screen deal. I said, did he tell you who interviewed him? Bye, Paul. I guess that's it. My guest, Glen, I keep on calling Ken because your brother's Ken. Glen Kelleway. Yeah. My name's Glen. My middle name's Glen, too.
Oh, wow.
I should remember it easier. The only thing wrong with him is he's too skinny, he's too tall, and he's got too much hair on top of his head. So, it's, well, I mean, look at this. So, but he's a lovely wife, my kids, and fantastic mother. You can watch this on anytime you want on Archives, and if you've got a question that you want to send to us, you can send it to taxman@centa.com, or you can send it to Glen@mortgageitright.com.
Yeah.
And if you need a mortgage in Canada, give Glen a call. That simple.
Thank you.
Over and out. We're gone.